Good morning, y'all. Well, it come to my attention that I needed to make another biscuit video. Well, I showed y'all how to roll them out a long time ago, but I decided not everybody can, or make them with your hands, not everybody can do that, roll them with their hands. So I decided I would show you a different way to do it. You young girls that use these crack biscuits. When I say crack biscuits, that's where you crack the can and pop them out. Okay, y'all don't have to do that. You can make homemade biscuits, including my son's. I got a son that should be able to make biscuits. He can cook anything else. Actually, both of my sons are great cooks. You could do this. It doesn't take very long, doesn't take very many ingredients, and they are very, very good. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Well, you know me, I have trouble with measurements because I've always just threw it all in a thing. I think everybody needs one of these, to be honest with you. You need a good sifter. I use self-rising flour. You can use all-purpose flour and add the baking soda and the salt. But why do that when you buy it already mixed in? I use Crisco. Now, I have used butter. I've used lard. You just need a grease of some kind like this. And Crisco is the easiest to get and easiest to use for a beginner especially. So, I'm going to show you how to mix these biscuits. And we'll cut them out. Put them in a greased cookie sheet. You don't have to make a big bunch of biscuits if there's only 2 people. And so we'll get this show on the road. All right, I'll bring y'all back in just a minute. I'm going to adjust this camera so you can see the bowl and not me. You don't need to see me. Just watch my hands and watch how I do it. This is a very easy way to make you some good homemade biscuits. To begin with, I preheated my oven to 450 degrees. Now, Mama used to do hers on 500 or as high as it would go, and you can do that too. You just have to really watch them because you'll burn them. Okay, I have a cup and a half of flour here. I'm going to put another half cup in this bowl of flour. Self-rising flour. This is Martha White. I buy all kinds of flour. I like White Lily, but because White Lily, all of a sudden, everybody wants White Lily. It's harder to get, and it's more expensive. I don't see a difference with these biscuits, or with a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. I'm going to measure out a half a cup. Well, not quite a half a cup of shortening, probably about 2/3 or a third of a cup. This is a half a cup scoop, but I'm not filling it all the way up because I'm not going to make a whole lot of biscuits here. It'd be a waste. There's only 2 of us. But actually, it wouldn't be a waste because I make biscuit bread pudding, and it's very good. I use whole buttermilk. Most of you guys know, I tell you, don't buy low fat. Low fat is watery. It doesn't work as well with breads, and I like frying and different things. I like good, thick, whole buttermilk. Let me get my fork. Now this is my mixing fork. It does real good with doughs. Then you don't have to get your hands in there as quick. Okay, for the buttermilk, I'm going to start out I'm going to use my same scoop. I mess up a bunch of extra dishes. I'm going to start out with a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. But first I'm going to mix my shortening in my flour a little bit. Break it up. They say, a lot of people get everything really cold. Well, I didn't plan ahead to get all this really cold. So, it'll still turn out. I'm not worried about it. I think anybody could do this. I've got some granddaughters that are very young, and I've got some that's married, and I would love it if they would try to make their biscuits instead of buying these canned biscuits. You don't know what's in those canned biscuits or where they come from, or to me they just are not that good. Some people like canned biscuits, but not me. My mama didn't raise me on canned biscuits. My mama can make the best biscuits and cornbread that there is. And actually, my son and daughter-in-law in Alabama, Mark and Amber, they make really good cornbread. Make it like Mama's. But not everybody likes a lot of that stuff. So I'm using a 1/2 cup. I think it's going to take more because I got 2 cups. I'm thinking it's going to take a cup of milk. And it is, at least. Depends on your flour and your humidity. See, my oven just come up to temp. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to mix this up. Now, with biscuits, you don't want to over mix. You want them, see, that dough is not wet enough. You want them to be kind of not mixed too hard. I'm going to have to put some more. Probably going to take 1.5 cups. I'm going to put more. I can always add more flour to it. Okay. But this buttermilk is what really makes these biscuits good. I got thick buttermilk. That makes a difference too. If it was watery, it probably wouldn't take as much buttermilk. But it'd be nasty. I got a friend, or she's in heaven, that used to make her biscuits, and she made good biscuits. My friend Marilyn. She used leftover grease, like bacon grease, and sweet milk. Well, and she's the one that taught me how to roll out biscuits by hand. Very, very smart lady. Okay, I'm going to take my sifter, because I've got that kind of mixed together. I'm going to take my sifter, and I'm going to put some flour in it, and I'm going to put some on my my table. Y'all know I have plastic on my table, and it's clean. This sifter works good. I think I've ordered all of my married granddaughters one of these, because they didn't have one. And I'm going to put all this dough out on here. And I'm not going to roll it. I'm going to pat it. I'm going to mix it together. That looks like a lot of dough, don't it? But it won't. It'll rise. The biscuits will be good. I'm just kind of folding it, getting it all together. Like I say, you don't want to work your biscuits too much. You want it all to come together, but you don't want them to be overworked. See? This is so easy. See how this dough is coming together? Can y'all see it? It's getting all that moisture in there. And I'm not going to do too much to it. I'm just making sure I got it all together. You want it still moist, but you want it together. See? Okay, I'm going to put me some more flour in the middle. We don't want them to stick to the table, and they won't. And I'm just folding like that. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. And I'm going to pat them out like this. Now, this is something I never do hardly because I'm always in a hurry. But you see, you want these kind of thick. This isn't a pie crust, this is biscuits. I've got a biscuit cutter, okay? And I'm gonna just push it in, pull it out. I'm not going, see that? Perfect biscuit. Push it in, pull it out. You don't twist it. These are gonna be pretty big biscuits. Push it in, pull it out. Anybody could do this. Push it in, pull it out. See, I didn't have that in exactly right, but it ain't gonna matter. Push it in, pull it out. I'm gonna try to get a whole pan full of biscuits out of this. So far I've got 5. And these are not little biscuits. Now you can make them smaller if you want to. Personally, I like to put, I made some homemade, I call it apple butter, but it's really pumpkin butter, but it tastes like apple butter. And it is delicious now, y'all. And Howard likes, as soon as they come out of the oven, as soon as I can, he likes for me to split them and put him some butter in them. Push it in. Pull it out. That makes 6 biscuits. I just hate to waste this little bit of dough right here. So I'm going to just make one of these, like, by hand, like I usually do. See, I'm rolling it. See that? Now that's the way Mama made them. Actually, Mama would go like this and make them. But I'm gonna put that one right there in the middle. I'm gonna move this one over a little bit. Let me show y'all what they look like. I'm gonna pat that one down. All right, this is what they look like. I'm gonna put them in the oven. Probably it'll take about 15 minutes, I'll look and see. But until they're golden, they're really brown. And crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. So I'm gonna stick these in the oven and I'll bring y'all back and let you look at them. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna stoop down so y'all can see me because I don't have my camera set just right, but this is the biscuits. I just took them out. They are hot, very hot. You need to let them set just a little bit. They look like they're good and crusty. See how thick that biscuit is? Now you don't have to make them that thick. You crack this one open. Now look at that. Y'all see that? Does that not look good? I'm gonna get some butter and I'll show y'all when I get back what it looks like with butter on it. That I hand rolled out. Soft as it can be, just like the rest of them. It's really good. It's just my leftovers. And I'll bring y'all back in just a minute. Okay. This is my homemade pumpkin butter. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm gonna take and butter some of these biscuits because Howard likes his buttered. See, which one did I crack open? See, they all look the same. I can't tell which one I cracked open. Okay, and it's steaming hot. He's gonna love this. He's outside working. We gotta go to the doctor today, so he's fixing to have to come back in. And I want this butter to melt before he eats it. These look good. They're a little thick for me, but some people like them that way, you know. If you're just gonna eat biscuits and apple butter, or actually anything is good. They're good, and they, see, you can just pull them apart. You don't even have to cut them. Isn't that cool? I'm gonna butter all these right here. And I'm going to try one of these smaller ones because I've been trying to be good. And put me some butter. And some pumpkin butter that tastes like apple butter. See how thick that is? Can't beat that, honey. That's gonna be so good. This is the best. I gotta say, this is the best pumpkin butter I ever made. Now, I'm gonna turn y'all up so you can see me now. Okay. Check this out. That biscuit's good. Yeah. Doesn't fall apart. Perfect. Howard hates to get a biscuit and them come all apart. This is good. So y'all need to try these. Samantha, Anna, Katie, no reason you can't make your husband homemade biscuits. You don't have to make a whole bunch of them. You can take these and reheat them. They'll be good. Put them in a Ziploc bag and have them for 2 days. Definitely delicious. So, come to my attention, a lot of people think that if you subscribe to YouTube, it costs money. There's a little box down on this video, if you look, and it says subscribe and like. If you like it and subscribe, you get all my new movies. And then if you share it with your friends, that'd help me too. If you click on that subscribe, does not cost you a penny. It's very easy. Just look for it. There's a little thumbs up that says that you like it. So please try to help me out a little bit. My subscriptions have gone way up, and that makes me happy. I like what I do, and I want to show some more stuff. I got all kinds of things I can show, and if I have enough of people interested, I'll be glad to do it. So y'all have a blessed day, girls and boys, men and women. Anybody can make a biscuit. Anybody. My friend Holly, this is for you. So, crack open that self-rising flour, that Crisco, and that buttermilk, and get to baking. Bye.